You know the drill. Long lines, grumpy faces, fighting for a spot. Getting a simple meal or leaving an airport can feel like a war. But then there's Japan. A tiny ramen shop, 6 seats total, handles a line of 20 people like clockwork. A busy airport moves folks through in record time, no fuss. Two worlds exist at once. One is chaos, the other is smooth calm. The secret isn't what you think. It's a feeling we all know. You see a cool new restaurant on Instagram. You show up on a Saturday, and bam, a huge line. In places like London or Toronto, it's just expected. Waiting is a hassle, an obstacle between you and what you want. But in Japan, the line isn't always an obstacle. Sometimes it's a signal. People there might see 2 identical food stalls and actually choose the one with the longer line. A long line means it's worth the wait. It's a sign of quality. This idea is so powerful that companies have literally paid actors, called Sakura, just to stand in line to build hype for a new product. This sense of order runs deep. After the 2011 tsunami, when supplies were incredibly scarce, people waited calmly in line for hours. No pushing, no chaos. So how do they do it? It's not magic, and it's not just about being polite. It's a combination of smart systems and a unique way of thinking that we're going to break down. So what does this system actually look like on the ground? Picture landing at a major international airport during strict health checks. You'd probably expect total chaos. But when one rider arrived at Kansai Airport in Japan in early 2022, she described it as being on a conveyor belt of checkpoints. Friendly airport employees guided her and everyone else through the entire process. It was a long journey. She walked over 4,000 steps, and it took 2.5 hours to get through all the checks. But here's the thing. Because she was always moving, always being directed to the next station, it never felt like a dead stop. By the time she reached the final waiting area for her test results, she only had to wait 10 more minutes. The system was designed for constant, managed flow, not just speed. And this principle of guided movement isn't just for huge, complex places like airports. It's built into the fabric of daily life, often in surprisingly simple ways. Tokyo is a massive city, home to almost 40 million people. You'll find legendary ramen shops with only 6 seats inside. Lines are not just common, they're guaranteed. So instead of chaos, you'll see a single staff member come out to organize the queue. Or you'll see clearly marked waiting zones taped onto the sidewalk, telling you exactly where to stand. It's not about expensive technology. It's about using clear guidance and smart use of space to turn a potential mess into an orderly process. But here's where the Japanese blueprint for lines takes a really fascinating turn. The goal isn't always to make the line disappear. In Japan, a long line can be a powerful advertisement. It signals that whatever is at the end of it is popular, high quality, and worth waiting for. This idea is so ingrained that it's been exploited for marketing. When McDonald's launched the Quarter Pounder in Osaka back in 2008, massive lines formed outside. But it turned out the company had allegedly paid actors, known as Sakura, about $12 an hour just to stand there and create hype. They were building a queue on purpose. Because in this system, the line isn't just a backlog of customers. It's part of the experience itself. It builds anticipation and adds value to the product before you've even tasted it. So the physical system isn't just about efficiency. It's also a tool for shaping perception. But all those physical systems, the ropes, the signs, the helpful staff, they're just the hardware. What makes it all run so smoothly is the software, an invisible set of social rules that everyone just seems to understand. This isn't something the government ordered. There was no big queuing day campaign to teach people how to wait in line, like the one China launched before the 2008 Olympics. In Japan, lining up is just second nature. One analysis said the Japanese are such experts at queuing, they make even the British, who are famous for their lines, look like total beginners. It's that deeply ingrained. This mindset is so powerful that a long line isn't seen as a problem to be solved. It's a signal, a good one. If you have 2 nearly identical food stalls, and one has a huge line while the other has none, many people in Japan will instinctively choose the one with the long line. Why? Because the wait itself is part of what gives the food its value. It builds anticipation. It proves that what you're about to get is worth it. But the most powerful example of this silent agreement doesn't happen at a ramen shop. It happens in the middle of a disaster. When the massive tsunami hit Japan in 2011, the world watched in horror. The devastation was immense. In many places, a disaster of that scale would lead to chaos, panic, maybe even looting. But what happened in Japan was different. Observers were stunned to see an almost complete lack of crime. Instead of fighting for scarce resources, people formed calm, orderly lines for water, food, and fuel. Some of these lines were huge. People waited for upwards of 12 hours, patiently, for basic supplies. This is where you see the core of the unspoken rule. What's best for the group is what's best for the individual. It's a deeply held belief that if everyone stays calm and follows the system, everyone will be better off. The line isn't a competition. It's a community, working together to get through a tough situation. There's no need for a security guard to yell, "No cutting." The social pressure, the shared understanding that you are all in this together, is stronger than any official rule. It's the silent language that keeps everything from falling apart. So where does this incredible sense of order really come from? It's not an accident. It's rooted in a core Japanese cultural value known as wa. Wa is all about harmony. It's the idea that keeping the group peaceful and running smoothly is the most important thing. The thinking is, what's best for everyone is also what's best for you. This mindset is so powerful that it's actually baked into how the country is designed and run. Take getting through a major airport during the strict health checks of the pandemic. One writer described the process at Kansai Airport taking 2.5 hours and over 4,000 steps. On paper, that sounds like a total nightmare. But they said the whole thing was incredibly smooth. Friendly airport employees guided everyone through a highly structured, almost flawlessly orderly system. It's proof that this isn't just a social habit, it's a design principle. The systems themselves are built to create and maintain collective order. Of course, there are also practical reasons why lines are so common in the first place. Cities like Tokyo are incredibly dense, and a lot of the most famous food spots are tiny, maybe with only 6 or 8 seats. So queues are just bound to happen. This idea became so ingrained that it led to a very strange old marketing trick. Department stores and other companies would sometimes hire people called sakura. Their only job? To stand in line for a new product. They weren't there to buy anything. They were there to create the appearance of huge demand, which in turn made the product seem more valuable and prestigious. They were literally paying people to make the wait longer, because the line itself had become the best advertisement. It's this powerful mix, a deep cultural belief in harmony, and a mindset that can turn a long wait from an annoyance into a sign of quality. That makes it all work. It turns out, the calm you see in those Japanese lines isn't magic. It's a powerful blend of things working together.